Alright guys, the Art King here. This video is supposed to help you figure out exactly what you want and need for your AR-15. And I'm going to explain everything and why I put it on there, okay? So we're going to start from the basics to, I guess, my wants. Now, just imagine the rifle itself. Don't even think about the front sight, the light, red dot, or the rear sight, okay? Or the grip for that matter, because it didn't come with the grip. Had to add that. So let's think about the barrel, handguard, the lower, the upper, the brace as well. Okay. So the very first thing that I jumped to was the front sight and rear sight. Now they're also known as backup sights for a reason. Now the reason why they're called that is because primarily people use the red dot or the reflex sight or any type of scope or optic before they jump to these. Okay. They're also called backup sights because if the optic fails, then they need something to jump onto next. Okay. So there's a number of things that could go wrong with the optics. The batteries could go dead. They could be damaged. If I'm not mistaken, the lenses are made out of glass. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. Now, if let's say you drop the gun in a funny way. Now the outside is very durable. It's supposed to prevent that from happening. But let's say the glass gets damaged or broken or something like that, and you need something else to aim with. That's why these are called the backup sights. So that's the very first thing that I would jump to from a fresh built AR. Okay. The second thing that I would jump to would be the light. Now I have a light and laser attachment because that laser came with it. I thought it was pretty good for the price. Originally, it came in a box for $50, but the store was shutting down and it dropped down to about $30. It has a red lens on it, okay, and that flips up as well. So it has a bright light as well, has a laser, okay. So that worked out perfectly for me. Now, the reason why I jumped onto this next instead of this is because I needed to be able to see what I was shooting at. Okay. You might find yourself in a situation where you need to see at night, or you may have nighttime training. We don't have that here in excuse me. We don't have that here in North Carolina, but I would love to visit a range like that. You might need it in the nighttime. You might have an intruder at night. You may have a wild animal at night, something of that nature. Now, the laser actually helped me out a little bit, just in case, I don't know, I guess these three decided to go out on me. I already have this zeroed in at about, I want to say 25 yards, maybe 30 yards. So I already have that zeroed in, so that's not a problem. That's still accurate. I'll know what I'm hitting from that long distance. Okay. Now, the third thing that everybody is wanting me to jump to. Now I understand that this is a cheap brand of red dot, but that's fine. That's the only one that I could get right now. I just wanted to jump on something immediately, something that'll help me aim better. Okay, I had to put a riser mount on there as well because it didn't come with one itself. The third thing that I jumped on was the red dot. Now it does have three different capabilities. It has red, green, and blue, and all of them have three different settings, as you can see. Okay. Now, is it easier to aim with a red dot sight? Absolutely, because there's one tiny little dot that's probably smaller than this pin right here that keeps your accuracy on point. Okay, it doesn't even take probably 5 minutes to zero that in. Excuse me, I got lost for words for a little bit. It works really well, actually. I've had no problems with it. I took it to the range multiple times. I'm pretty sure I put at least 600 rounds through this so far, and it works great. I've never had any any problems with this. It was accurate every time. Got it accurate up to about 30 yards. Let's see. So I covered the front sight, the rear sight, the light, the red dot. Oh, grip. Okay. This is something that I believe was beneficial to me. I've seen many hand guards that go all the way up here. Okay. And I've also seen guys that grip the hand guard way up here to pull it back to their shoulder, pull the whole entire rifle back to their shoulder so they get a better shot group. Okay. Now, do you necessarily have to have a longer guard? Not really. At first, I was holding it right here. When I first held the rifle, of course, I had my shooting hand here and my non-dominant hand here. Okay. Now, that did help me out a lot with accuracy. And that's really great for close quarters, maneuvering around corners. If you had to use it in a house, I wouldn't suggest using it in a house because of the velocity and the power of the 5.56 and the 2.23. But if you had to use it and that was your only option, then yes, by all means use it. Okay. I added this on because it felt a lot better to me. I've held probably 5 or 6 different AR-15s, including the ones with a longer guardrail or hand guard. And this just felt better to me. So I did select this upper for a specific reason. I didn't get this until, I want to say probably 2 months later after buying this AR. But that's okay. I was still able to accurately shoot with my hand right here at the mag well. And everything worked out perfect. I was thinking about adding a few more accessories. I did change out the muzzle brake. I put in a compensator right there. So it has 3 ports on each side. You can see through it. And then it has 4 ports on the top, on the very top. It wasn't hard to add. That was the very last thing that I added. Just to help out with accuracy and getting my dot right back on sight, getting the front and rear sight aligned back on target. So that was the only things that I added to my AR-15. It is an Aerial Precision lower and a Palmetto State Armory upper, and they build some really great things. Now this is just what I heard. I heard that the Palmetto State lowers come with an okay trigger, but of course you could change that out if you build it from complete scratch. Like if you have a stripped lower, a stripped upper, you go out and freshly buy everything brand new. Nothing is assembled, so you can customize the trigger the way you want to. But other than that, this gun is legit. It works great. So those are the things that I added to my AR-15. I added a compensator, a light and laser combination, a grip, the front and rear sight, and the red dot. So this is just to give you guys an idea as to what you should add to your AR-15. And I think right here what I should have done was added a sling mount for this particular piece right here. I don't like the fact that it's back here, but it is what it is. It's a sling mount here and a sling mount here. Maybe in the near future I'll get one with a sling mount this right here. It's not difficult to take off at all. It's very simple if you ask me. But yeah, guys, this is my basic AR-15. I do plan on upgrading that in the near future, probably to a 6-hour reflex sight or red dot sight. But yeah, guys, other than that, it works great. If you got any more questions or concerns or comments, please add them in the comment box below. If you think that there's something else that I should add to this, please feel free to add that comment in the comment box. I am not a stranger to suggestions. I don't get offended by suggestions. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a blessed day. And that's all for now.